All right, who's ready for a vacation? I am super ready for a vacation. All right, so we have written an Excel VBA code and quiz, well, just a whole worksheet that decides where you should go on vacation. This calculates the approximate cost of your trip, given some things, shows the weather at your vacation destination to help you pack, and lets you look at possible activities to do so you don't have to lift a finger. So, where will you go? And let's start on the quiz. Let's get right to it. So, where in the world should you go? And so this is going to ask you a whole bunch of basic questions, and in the background it's going to keep tabs on certain things that we considered, more likely to put you in one place or the other. So if you like cold things and nature, I'm just putting some. Sightseeing, how about white? White's cool. I like super nice. Describe myself, probably direct. I like hot chocolate. Favorite shoe, how about sneakers today? How about boots? Winter, mountains. Alright, where should I go according to all these things? I know you'd take it slower, but for the sake of time, just doing it quick. It looks like we got Punta Arenas, Chile. That sounds fun. So it's got a small description over here about Chile and where you're going to be at. That is really low in the world. You can check out some things you can do there in Chile. So I'll just click one of these really fast. The Neo Victoria Museum. Do I want to go or take me there? Probably not that. But let's try something. Patagonia. Let's try that. So this is going to pull up a website, and it is going to help you plan your trip. Well, at least do some things in southern Patagonia. So there's experiences, maps, articles, books, activities. There's all sorts of things. And that's just if you said take me there on this. So for predicted costs, that's the next thing we're going to go to. You can bring a suitcase, decide how much you're going to spend. How long do you plan on staying? How about 5 days? That sounds good. And I want to live in a ritzy place. And I do have a passport. So let's see how much it's going to cost. $3,600. Well, that's good to know. So that's interesting. So if you decide you want to go and you want to pack your bags today, we're going to hit F4. And we're going to get the updated weather in Chile for the upcoming 2 weeks. And give it 1 second. F4. There we go. And the updated weather says that it's like 13 and 5 degrees. That's freezing. So that's what I chose on the quiz. So it tells you the day, the description, so you can know if it's going to be wet, the highs and lows, so you should probably bring a coat, and chances of precipitation. So honestly, that's most of the whole thing. A lot of the coding went into the weather and the buttons and the predicting the costs and figuring out what's probably the best for people according to what they choose. That's where most of the coding is hidden. I'll show you really fast the weather. That's one thing I personally did. So it uses an internet scraper to get on the internet, pull data over here. It does it wrong, so I had to write a VBA code that takes that weather and then actually makes it correct. And splits things and runs that, you call this scraper, and it pulls up the weather. So that's one of the bigger things. Honestly, we really thought this was super fun, and we were really happy that we got to do it. We're really happy with our product. When you close out, it'll just reset everything, and it'll re-update the weather when you start it back up. And we hope you like our project. Thanks.